If you are someone who lives on the internet, you must have come across the hashtag Modi Rozgar Do at some point in the last couple of weeks. This hashtag was tweeted out over 5 million times on Twitter and was trending worldwide last week. The trigger for this trend was the result of a government exam called the Staff Selection Commission or SSC. This is an exam to fill up posts in government ministries and departments such as the CAG, CBI, MEA, etc. every year. The problem though is not just about this particular exam. It's also about the overall unemployment situation in the country right now and how desperate students have become. So in this video, let's talk about what led to this trend, what is the state of unemployment in India, and what is the government doing about all of this. Let's get right into it. A YouTube teacher, Abhinay Sharma, who runs a popular channel called Abhinay Maths, posted a video on YouTube that used the hashtag Modi Rozgar Do. The outrage in his video was very real.
जब इलेक्शन का रिजल्ट 7 दिन में आ सकता है और एसएससी का रिजल्ट अब तक नहीं आया 2018 का, हम 2021 में 2018 का रिजल्ट आपने फाइनल नहीं किया और बच्चों को 2019 का चस्का दे रहे, लो चूटो, लॉलीपॉप है, चूसो भैया। बच्चे को ध्यान ही नहीं है कि उसने 18 भी दिया था, सो गया है वो बच्चा। मोदी जी कहते हैं मैं अभी देश के लिए ऐसा कर रहा हूं, आगे पता चलेगा। डिमोनेटाइजेशन हुआ, आगे पता चलेगा। जैसे एक बाप ये कहे अपने बेटे को रोटी भी ना दे और कहे कि बेटा मैं आगे आने वाली पीढ़ी के लिए कर रहा हूं, आगे आने वाली पीढ़ी के लिए प्रॉपर्टी खरीद रहा हूं। आगे आने वाली पीढ़ी तो जब आएगी जब ये बेटा जिंदा रहेगा।
This was followed by other online educators who also did videos on the subject. Again, the outrage was very real.
देखिए, एक सरकारी संस्था एसएससी को खुद अपना काम अच्छे से करना चाहिए। उसकी लापरवाही और गैर जिम्मेदारापन की वजह से आज टीचर्स को और स्टूडेंट्स को डिजिटल स्ट्राइक करना पड़ रहा है। ये एसएससी अपने आप को गजनी समझती है।
सभी बच्चों ने मिलके ये मुहिम चलाई है, मोदी रोजगार दो।
सभी स्टूडेंट को इसका साथ देना है। 25 फरवरी को सुबह 11 बजे
ट्विटर कैंपेन है जिसमें आप ये हैशटैग यूज करेंगे, हैशटैग Modi_Rozgar_Do।
You see, this issue is about a government exam called the Staff Selection Commission Combined Graduate Level Exam or SSC CGL that was held to induct aspirants in Group B and Group C posts in ministries and other government departments. This controversy started when the results for the exams held in November 2020 were declared in 2021. In this exam, students appeared for the papers in 3 shifts, one in November 15th, 16th and then on the 18th. But the 3 papers were completely different with differing levels of difficulties because the questions were different too. After this exam was done, the big question came up. How will the SSC assess the students who gave 3 different kinds of papers for the same posts? A genius averaging system was implemented where a formula was used to give an overall average score. The students noticed that the score was starkly different for different papers and complained that some students were made to give a difficult paper while some were given an easy paper. They alleged that the whole system is riddled with corruption and is favoring certain students for government jobs. Hence, the outrage. By the way, this is not the first time SSC has been caught in a controversy. Back in 2017, the paper was leaked. And 2 years later, in 2019, the CBI arrested 3 people for it. The actual recruitment process is also काफी slow. Yuva Halla Bol, an initiative protesting on this issue, found that one recruitment exam conducted by the State Staff Selection Commission in Bihar has not completed recruitment for the last 7 years. At the central level, results for the combined graduate level exam conducted in 2018 are yet to be released. That's over 2 years. Right, so the overall situation with this examination is bad, to put it mildly. But instead of going into more details about this particular subject, I'm going to leave a few links to videos which do precisely that down in the comments. What I'm going to try and do here is paint a bigger picture. Because the problem is not just about this one exam. This entire thing is about people who are desperate for jobs, for employment. So let's zoom out a bit and talk about the magnitude of the desperation, shall we? On February 8th, a member of parliament SR Parthiban asked a few simple questions. Whether the government has collected data on unemployment during the last 5 years, whether the government has been able to provide 2 crore jobs as Modi ji had promised per year, and the actions taken by the government in this regard. The government gave a very, interesting response, which pretty much shows how misplaced their priorities are. The answer given by the Ministry of Labour and Employment showed that the NSSO had discontinued collecting employment data in 2018 because they have implemented a new system called Periodic Labour Force Survey. And according to that new survey, the All India employment rate comes to 5.8%. But wait, we are in March 2021 right now. The MP was asking for data for the past 5 years. So where is the rest of the data? You must have seen this ad somewhere.
यार ये सरकार हमारे लिए विकास का कार्यक्रम बनाती कैसे?
एनएसएसओ है ना।
ये सरकार को इतनी जानकारी कहाँ से मिलती है?
अरे एनएसएसओ है ना।
एनएसएसओ? ये एनएसएसओ क्या है?
एनएसएसओ यानी नेशनल सैंपल सर्वे ऑफिस, जिसका काम है जानकारियां और आंकड़े इकट्ठा करना, जिसके आधार पर सरकार हमारे विकास की योजनाएं और कार्यक्रम बनाती है।
एनएसएसओ है ना?
हाँ।
In this case though, NSSO nahi hai na. We checked multiple latest questions from Parliament and the data doesn't seem to exist. Sad. January 2019 was the last time NSSO released its data on unemployment. It said that unemployment stood at 6.1% and was at a 45-year high for the financial year of 2017-18. What's worse is that the government was hesitant to release even that old data. The situation got so bad that the only 2 non-government members of the National Statistical Commission resigned because of it. So then, because we don't have much data from the government side, we must turn to data from CMIE instead. This data shows that way back in 2017, the unemployment rate in the country was around 9%. It dipped for around 2 years, but then came down to 7% around 2019 general elections. Then, of course, there was the lockdown which happened in 2020, which made the situation worse. And in the months of April and May, unemployment rose to as high as 23%. Then it stabilized again with a little bit of a spike in December 2020, where it touched 9%. As of now, we are at 7% again. So while the government chose not to give out this data publicly, this is the latest situation according to CMIE. But wait. There is another figure I want you to look at, which is a direct indicator of how bad the situation is in rural areas. Let's look at the National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. Mind you, this is a scheme which is supposed to give guaranteed work to people for a set minimum wage because they aren't able to get any other job. Essentially, the more people who apply to work under this scheme, the worse the situation is, the more desperate people are. And this is especially true in rural India. In the year 2018-19, around 7.7 crore people got work under this scheme. In 2019-20, 7.8 crore people. And in 2021, there was a sudden spike with 10.3 crore people availing this scheme. As of recording this, the live data portal of NREGA shows that the number for this year now stands at 10.7 crore. Sure, there was the pandemic to deal with and NREGA might have been the only option for a lot of people right after the lockdown, but this shows you exactly how bad the situation is in rural India right now. Over time, so many people have been pushed to work for a minimum wage and avail this scheme because both the private and public sector were not able to give them jobs. And it's not like there aren't any vacancies, by the way, especially in the public sector. Let's just take 2 examples. As of 2019, the state police departments in India had over 5.31 lakh vacancies. And in the Central Armed Police Forces, there were over 1.27 lakh posts which were vacant. When it comes to education, India has nearly 10 lakh teaching vacancies as per the Human Resources Development Ministry. That's in 2018. According to one report, as of 2018, there were at least 24 lakh jobs lying vacant at the center and state level, which are formally sanctioned as vacancies. Mind you, this was around the same time our unemployment rate started spiking again in 2019. So, on one hand, we have all these vacancies to fill, which every political party dangles before young people right before elections, like grapes hanging before a king lounging on a sofa. But when it comes to filling these vacancies, they rely on an inefficient and problematic system like we see in the SSC CGL case. This whole thing I just told you about, the SSC CGL exam, the desperation for jobs, the unfilled vacancies, and our overall unemployment levels in the country are all connected. It's simple really. What you need to understand here is that unemployment not just affects the person who does not have a job, but it goes beyond that. An entire family unit might be dependent on an earning member, so they are in a bad place too. If you go further out, Indian economy needs more people with money in their hands to grow. The more people have jobs, the more money people will have in their hands. The more they will buy stuff, the more demand will increase. The more jobs there will be in the long run to meet the supply for the increased demand. The cycle continues. So yeah, dear Modi ji, please, बच्चों को रोजगार दे दो, अच्छे दिन दे दो. Please. Hi guys, thank you for watching and I hope you found that video useful. A lot of you students have been tagging us and thank you for imposing so much faith in News Laundry, and we have done a video on this now. I hope you can share this with people who want to be more informed and want more information on why this hashtag was trending. I wanted to tell you guys about our student subscription scheme also. So I know a lot of you cannot afford the subscription of News Laundry. Some of you can, but there are some generous subscribers who are willing to sponsor subscriptions as well. So you can actually write to us on contact@newslaundry.com, say that you are a student, give us your ID, etc., prove that you are a student, and then we will put you on a queue. And then once subscribers who are generous, so thank you, will pay us for your sponsorship, you will get a free subscription. So do send us an email on contact@newslaundry.com if you want a free subscription and if you are a student. I hope that was useful, and for others, please sponsor subscriptions for the other students as well if you have some money, and also pay to keep news free. Thank you for watching.